Hi, I'm Chris Thorpe, CEO and founder of Leading Edge Data Centers. We're on a mission to bridge the digital divide that exists between metropolitan locations and regional population centers across regional Australia. The growth of the cloud, the growth of the IT infrastructure has predominantly been in metropolitan locations such as Sydney and Melbourne. It's all well and good, but when you actually leave Sydney and you move out into regional locations, your access to fast internet really starts to dry up. The cost of that communication really starts to increase. So regional businesses are actually operating with their hands tied behind their back. The way we are fixing this problem is by building a highly connected network of data centers. So we are launching a data center in the majority of major population centers throughout regional New South Wales and regional Victoria. So we're effectively creating a mesh of fiber with data centers in the middle, really sort of creating a communications hub. The edge data centers that we're creating in all of these regional centers is a world-class Tier 3 facility, very similar infrastructure that you would find back in metropolitan Sydney. Now this becomes an enablement platform for multiple industry verticals. Take agriculture, for example. The whole agtech space is rapidly emerging. The amount of data that's being created has to be processed somewhere. It doesn't make sense to actually take all of that data, ship it back to a metropolitan location to be processed. You might as well process that out on the edge using AI. Also drone technologies, digital mapping of land, disease management, running autonomous machinery, farm machinery. All of these have serious data requirements or processing requirements. So all we're simply doing is giving the ability for that processing to be done out onto the edge, close to where the data is actually generated. What we're also doing is we're opening up direct cloud connectivity to all of the major cloud environments, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud, IBM Cloud. This is an absolute game changer for businesses in regional locations. And it also becomes an avenue for national enterprise to really have a presence out in these regional locations and serving that local population. We've assembled a team of data center and telecommunications specialists to be able to execute on this plan. From a technology perspective, the actual data centers themselves, we've partnered with Schneider Electric. Now, we kind of consider Schneider to be the Rolls-Royce of the industry. They are actually manufacturing these prefabricated buildings in Heatherbrae in New South Wales. So it's a really strong made in Australia story. These buildings are being created to that Tier 3 level. They then come out on big B double trucks over to site. Through the night, we're shutting down bridges, shutting down roads, and then the whole building gets commissioned over a 6-week period. Over the top of the building, we're creating a solar shield. So we've got solar all on the roof feeding straight down into the batteries. And we are initially from the outset buying at least 50% of our power through renewables, with a target within 12 months to be buying 100% of renewable power. Looking at other partners that we've assembled, we are working closely with Equinix. Now, Equinix is the largest data center business globally. We are also working very closely with the NBN. We've actually just recently become a Gold Alliance partner with the NBN, which means that we're highly aligned with their fiber rollout. Now, the recent announcements by the NBN work perfectly in with our business model because they're now building fiber out to all the businesses that we need to connect to. We also then bring all of the retail service providers in, the Superloops, the Aussie Broadbands of the world. So we're effectively assembling the traffic, and then we bring the content players in, the content streaming services, the Netflix, the Akamais of the world. We're also partnered with Cisco, because as much as I'm talking about data centers, we're actually creating and building a network, a fiber network. So Cisco, we've partnered with Cisco to power our entire network. The network that we're creating across regional New South Wales goes from Coffs Harbour across to Tamworth, Dubbo, Parkes, Wagga, Albury. We also have Bathurst and Orange, a site in Gosford. We're just currently negotiating on Wollongong. Now moving into Victoria, we have Shepparton, we have Mildura, Bendigo, Ballarat and Geelong. and we're now currently researching sites going up through the eastern seaboard within Queensland. So we'll end up with a fully connected network of data centres right down the eastern seaboard, down across to almost Adelaide. Building out this infrastructure network is very capital intensive. So we got ourselves into the fortunate position where Soul Pattinson came on as a cornerstone investor, where we have an equity facility which has enabled us to actually start building these first few pieces of the network. It's all becoming very exciting, especially for regional Australia. We can have an impact very quickly. We can create a lot of jobs in each location. We become that enablement platform for the new technologies to come in, for national enterprise to actually come in, even moving some of their workforce to regional locations. So we can be a real catalyst in each of these locations, which is where local government has really kind of latched on to what we're doing, and they fully understand, so they've been fully supported through the process. We're really excited to be bridging the digital divide in regional Australia. If anyone would like to reach out and contact us, you can get us at hello@leadingedgedc.com.